You good?
Basket. Cool.
All of them?
Basket.
Okay. Alright, just wanted to do a quick live for you guys. We're at Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, working on the BRUCKENTHAL, changing out her zincs. And then afterwards, we're going to go fix a clog for the Smilex. So that's it for now. I'll keep you guys updated.
CJ, your favorite scuba diver here with Deep South Divers. I'm going to follow that hairline to my co-worker today, John Rose of Rose Dive Service. We're changing the zincs on the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Nathan BRUCKENTHAL. So I brought a basket of tools here, and the first thing I've got to do is find a place to be able to hang that basket so that we've got direct access to our tools. John tells me, hey, I dropped a tool right there. He'd go down and get it, but he's weighted out to be very positively buoyant, so he's unable to swim to the bottom there and go retrieve that tool. First thing I do is try to clip off directly to that loop there. That doesn't work, so I will use my spool, kind of loop through and clip it there so that our tools hang properly. See, okay. Hey man, right there? He says right there. So I know that he was working on that hatch, and he dropped it right there. I say, okay. I'm going to dump my wing, go ahead to the bottom about 30 feet below or so. Hopefully I can find a tool sitting on the seabed. And I'm real disappointed to see that it's just nothing but silt, real soft silt, and a tool dropped is definitely going to have gone into that. So I've kind of made a silt cloud by descending, and what I'll do is I'll get myself neutrally buoyant so that I can hover above the seabed, not stir up any silt. Kind of adjust my buoyancy here and start looking around for a hole. See, I'm adjusting the buoyancy of my suit there, but I'm looking for a hole, someplace that a tool, kind of puffed into the mud there. There's one. There's another. All right, pretty thrilled to find that. Let's get our work started. So the zincs that we're changing are underneath of these hatches, these doors. This is a shaft tube. The shaft is actually inside of that tube. We've got to open up those hatches. I say, hey man, look, found it. So here's what our job looked like. We had 3 doors, 3 of these big hatches, and they weigh a lot, probably 50 or 60 pounds a piece on average. If we take them off, certainly they'll fall to the bottom. So we've had to tie them up with lift bags. This is what the hatch looks like when it's open. This is one of the smaller ones. Each shaft has 2 small ones and 1 large one. The small ones probably only weigh 40 pounds or so, and the big one probably weighs maybe 60 or 80 pounds. Some of the zincs come off pretty easily, and other ones take a little more finesse. This is the larger one here. You can see that it's got 4 zincs in it. And in our basket here, we've got our zincs. It's a surprisingly exact fit, and they go on like they came off. Some of them easy and some of them not so much. During the sequence of dives, I changed my gloves out a number of times to try to figure out which glove would work best with the dry suit and handling all these little nuts and bolts and washers and stuff. That is all new hardware, new zincs. You can see we put the hatches back on, but getting them lined up so that we can put bolts through was quite the challenge. To solve the problem of fitment, we took some long eye bolts, and that way we'd only have to line up one hole, and then kind of use the eye bolt to jack the heavy hatch back up into place so that all the holes would line up. You can see the holes start to line up as we jack that hatch into place. Alright, so once everything's together, this is what it looks like. As I said, 3 hatches per shaft. All fresh hardware, nice and shiny. New hardware, new zincs. And we got some zincs changed out on the big grates in front of the sea chest too. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.